You need to excuse the tired eyes, but I am pretty shattered. So, I wanted to talk a little bit about the driving test itself. I think there's a feeling that the driving test is an end to the process of learning to drive, but in reality, it's not the end of your process of learning to drive because learning should be continual. It should happen every time you drive. It's not the end of checking your mirrors. It's not the end of blind spot checks. It's not the end of driving sensibly and safely. Or at least it shouldn't be. But I think for some people that's what it's become. It's become the end. And after the driving test, it's a case of, bugger that, I'm not driving like that anymore. Well, that's a bit short sighted. The reason that we teach driving in this way is because it's the safest way to drive. The reason the roads aren't safe isn't because of learners, it's because of the people who drive in an unsafe manner. Learners are always trying to drive safely. So the test in itself isn't an end, it's a stepping stone. It's when you get your full licence, and it's when you can then go out and you can put into practice everything that you've learned. You can advance your experience fairly rapidly because instead of driving maybe once a week, you'll be driving possibly every day. And you can learn from your mistakes, you can learn from everybody else's mistakes as well. And instead of getting road rage and being raging about other people's mistakes, you can think to yourself, oh, is there something I could have done differently there? Is there something I could I have seen that coming? Could I have anticipated that? So it's not an end. The driving test isn't the end. The driving test is just a hurdle that you have to get over. And if you drive safely, getting over that hurdle is pretty easy. And if your intention is to drive safely even for the rest of your life, then it's not an issue. You just got to do that. And it's not even an act, it's not anything, it's just how you're going to drive, it's how you're going to choose to be, because how you choose to be as a driver is a choice. You don't have to drive like a goon. You can drive like a sensible person, and you can enjoy your driving, and you can be safe, and everybody else can be safe in your car and round about you. So don't think of the driving test as the end. It's not the beginning, but it's near the beginning, and it's a wee hurdle that you've got to go over. It's not that difficult, so just focus on driving safely and you'll manage it. Absolutely no bother.